Welcome back to the Spence Arena in Novi Sad, day 4 of the Men's European Handball Championships. My name is Paul Bray. Glad you could join us once more for the second match of the day from this arena. It's Spain against Hungary. Spain, who made an excellent start a couple of days ago by beating the defending champions France 29-26. Hombrados, the captain and goalkeeper, with a 42% save rate, phenomenal in goal. While the Hungarians, well, they drew with Russia 31-all. It's a match they could so easily have won, with EHF going in on the last attack with 2 seconds to go, trying to do it all on his own and failing to pass the ball into Ivanchik, who was waiting free on the wing. They had to share the points in the end, and it could just prove crucial out of this group, which is without a shadow of a doubt the toughest of the four. Spain winning today will see them guarantee their place in the main round. But defeat for Hungary will leave them battling it to the last day with the Russians to see who will go through. There's confirmation of the earlier result today. France putting that defeat against Spain behind them to beat Russia 28-24. The margin's somewhat closer than might be suggested, because France took their foot off the accelerator at the end. That's how the tables stand at the moment. Spain still top of the group without having played their match against Hungary. Of course, France move up from bottom to second, while Russia transition the other way to the bottom of the table. Referees today, Lars Geipel and Markus Helbig from Germany. An experienced pairing. And they're going to have a real job on their hand. There is a huge mass of Hungarian supporters who made the trip to watch their team here. They've been very well supported, and we shall now be having,
please welcome
the national anthems very, very shortly. We shall start with Spain. Spain needing a point at least here, or ideally a win to go through to the next round, but now we have the anthem of Hungary. Emotional rendition of the Hungarian anthem, and they're going to need every little bit of help they can to lift themselves against one of the tournament big favourites, Spain. Well, Spain will line up with Hombrados in goal after that superb performance against France. Alberto Entrerrios at left back is the big gun for them, but Maqueda, the right back, had a brilliant game against France as well. And look out also for their wingers, really quick, Garcia and Ugalde. And there is Hombrados, 39 years of age, plays for Atletico Madrid. 38% save rate against France. 187 caps, and he's even managed to score a goal in the process. He was in the World Championship winning side of 2005 for the Spaniards. For Hungary, well, real injury problems, I'm afraid. They have lost Tamas Ivanchik, the right winger, injured in their opening game against Russia. Zubaj is on the list there today, but is doubtful as to whether he will play. They've called in a replacement because they'd only named 15 players. Szabos Szolősi has made the trip out there, but Gabor Chaza, their playmaker, will be critical. 416 goals in 140 appearances for the Veszprém playmaker, who used to play his club handball for Viborg in Denmark. He will link up with Ferenc Ilyes to his left and Tamas Moksai on his right for the attack, and hope that they can really launch some good long-range efforts. Valo Rivera, the coach of the Spanish team, hoping that they are well on track for maximum points into the men round. While Lajos Moksai knows that his team have a mountain to climb here against the Spaniards, who have beaten them in their last two encounters in senior competitions. Euro 2010 a couple of years ago, Spain won big time, 34-25, while last year in Sweden at the World Championship, Spain won 30-24. Hungary will start with Roland Mikla, who did well in goal, while the Spaniards appear to be putting their faith in Jose Sierra, the other goalkeeper, 33 years old, who plays for Valladolid. He made his way last year at the World Championships in Sweden for Arpad Sterbik, newly naturalised, former Serbian, but now with a Spanish passport. But he's injured, and so Sierra is back in again. So Geipel looks to the table. Are we all clear? And here we go then. Spain throw off this second round of games for them against Hungary in the red tops and the blue shorts. Hungary in the all-white strip. Well, if the Hungarians could win here today, that would be a huge shock. But let's not rule it out. This is the toughest group, where it seems that the top teams in each of the four pots came out into this Group C. Penalty inside the first 20 seconds. The foul by Hungary's Tamas Moksai. Feed in there. Fouled on the line, Aguina Galde. A fairly clear decision for the German referees. So early test for Roland Mikla against Juan Cañelas, the Atletico Madrid playmaker. Well, he went the right way, but just didn't get there quick enough. One 0 to Spain then. But with injury to Tamas Ivanchik, the younger of the two Ivanchik brothers, his brother Gergo is on the left wing. It means that Hungary will be relying on Harsani over on the right wing, the only remaining wing on that side. Sierra parries away the first shot by Gergo Ivanchik. Comfortable save for the Valladolid goalkeeper. Not a great height. Rather opportunist throw, it has to be said. Well, Spain have prepared for these European Championships very much away from prying eyes, whilst most other teams are playing other European opposition from other groups. That's another penalty. Aguina Galde fouled once more, and they're struggling to hold the big man. 195 tall, 110 kilos. Lovely feed into him. And Mikla will once more face a 7-metre throw after that foul. Baralushka. Same side. And Mikla tried to go for the other side this time, but to no effect, I'm afraid. Second goal from the penalty line. Long-range shot there comes to nothing from Ferenc Ilyes. 7 of the Hungarian players come from the same club, Veszprém, the champion club, which is also coached by the national team trainer Lajos Moksai. Trying to find a way through. And again, a rather telegraphed effort as they can't break through the defence. The Spaniards starting very well in defence and they're trying long-range shots. At the moment, there's been no power on those shots, and inside the area by Guinagaldi is giving possession away. It may have been Moros who'd gone in on the line initially. And, once more, Sierra comfortably covering everything that's coming long range at him at the moment. Ferenc and the Spaniards with a 3-2-1 defence, but extremely deep. They've got Ugalde. He must be out at 14-15 metres. Ilyas tries to go through. The Spanish defence holds well. Gurbindo. Ilyas tries again. It's a shame they couldn't just quite connect with that pass as Moksai was coming in from the other side. We're told that Tamas Ivanchik, who was injured in the opening game, will require an operation. And, he seemed to turn his knee. We'll get confirmation for that maybe later on as the tournament goes on. So I wonder whether it's cruciate ligaments, in which case he could be out for quite some time, sadly. Let's hope not for his sake. Free throw and a yellow card now for Spain. Ugalde. Moros taking a fairly central role in defence there. Quick exchange as he drops back in front of Gurbindo. Ilyas can't go through. And still the Spanish defence holding tight as the Hungarians trying to find a way in close. And they're not standing back 3 metres, and it's a yellow card for Gurbindo. Second one now for the Spanish side. And still Gabor Chaza, the Veszprém playmaker, being individually marked. Into the wing. They've got 2 line players in at the moment. Not bad play. Sierra makes a fabulous save from point-blank range off Arsani, the right winger, who went across and came back. And at the other end, Mikler makes an equally fine save for the Hungarians, and the crowd are on their feet. Good grief, there's a Bizarre in the background there, but just 2 of them. Spain settle down. Gurbindo at the right back, turning the bench a little bit early on here against Hungary. But they do need a good result here, the Spaniards, nevertheless. Nearly too many steps. Looks for the line. The line's too closely marked and simply couldn't get free Guinagaldi, but he's got a free throw. Lalushka, 2 metres and 2 tall, holding his own there. Superb pass, defending inside the area, they say, by Moksai on Guinagaldi. And a yellow card as well, I think. Let's have a quick look and see. He grabs him and pulls him over, basically. And ironically, Guinagaldi wasn't in the area because he was being lifted off the ground. So change the goalkeeper for Hungary, Ferenc Fazekas. More experience of the 2 comes in once more to face Canellas. Committed himself early, started falling off to the right. And so Canellas has scored all 3 of Spain's opening goals from the 7-metre line. Incidentally, on the Spanish shirts, España 2013. They're hosting the World Championships in 2013. So free throw for Hungary. Little hat off, and they just can't find any way through to the line, unfortunately, at the moment. And Zrubai is in the frame, so it's good to see that, because we were worried about his fitness after taking a bad knock in the match against Russia. Penalty, defending inside the area by Moros. Barcelona defender. Caught out this time by Tamas Moksai. It's the first time they've managed to get anywhere near the 6-metre area. And it's a shove as he went to shoot. In fact, that's given the penalty. And finally, after 7.5 minutes, Chaza scores from the 7-metre line. And it's all been penalties so far in this game. So Iker Romero comes into the frame, the 31-year-old veteran for Spain. The only player in the Spanish side who isn't based in Spain. And a 2-minute suspension, meanwhile, for Hungary's Balázs Laluska, the defence specialist. And the blow early on. But I was mentioning Romero. Makes the pass there. Let's have a quick look and see. There's the foul. And Laluska is off. But Romero then in the centre of the Spanish attack. He plays in Germany for Fuchs Berlin. Just moved there this year from Barcelona. His long-standing club. Into the wing. There's a lot of extra space now as the defence is sucked into the centre. Comes in. Nicely scored by Ugalde. First open play goal of the game. 4-1. 3-1 defence, deeper than ever now. They push right up onto the wingers as Ivanchik tries to come out and help at the back. No way through. Great defending by Spain early on here in Novi Sad, in the north of Serbia. Then you're in the other group where they're playing today, Versace. It's Slovenia who lost their opening match 29 rather against Croatia, and it's booked Croatia's place into the main round. Their second match, Iceland and Norway are level 8-all at the moment as Hungary, despite being short-handed, pull another one back, and it's Moksai. 4-2. 3-0, you were worried that they were just going to rout them all of a sudden, but Hungary digging deep, as they did against Russia, coming back from behind, tried to find it into the wing. Was that over the line? That's what some of the spectators are arguing. Lovely little back pass there by Alberto Entrerios, who's come into the left-back position. The older of the two Entrerios brothers in the Spanish side. Into the wing, huge angle. And not too much that Mikla can do about that, as once more Ugalde finds a gap through the defence. The short-handed defence crowded in the centre to try and stop the big guns. There's space for the wing. Ugalde, the Barcelona winger, 59 caps, 127 goals. He resumes his position at the front of this very deep. It's now more of a 5-1 defence. It's lost its 3-1 shape. Great play, but what a save by Sierra off the shot by Harsani. He's not having a great time here, I'm afraid. 2 missed shots from point-blank range. Defender just taking the sting out of that shot. The break is on. Well, it looked opportunist, but that's gone in off Moksai. Well, it seems that being short-handed suits the Hungarians. As Sierra has been so good, they let that one through the legs. Moksai plays for Flensburg in the German Bundesliga. Good window, no way through there. 11 minutes in then. 5-3 to Spain. Free throw. Lots of height. Not great direction though. Mikla covers that comfortably. And so the Spanish defence, as the wingers come out, they're following out as well. They seem happy to spread quickly and follow. Well, the Hungarian fans in good voice here, hoping somehow that it's going to be a shock win for the Eastern European team. But at the moment, they're struggling to find ways through to the line. Chazar has to work hard to get the ball back to Mokshay under a lot of pressure from Ugalde. Passive plays being warned, they've got to shoot quick. Let's come off a defender, the shot by EHF, and it will be a throw-in from the corner for Hungary. Moros getting a hand to it on the way out. EHF loitering at the back here, that's another free throw. Still passive plays being warned, they've got to take a quick shot or lose possession. Oh! Clever play. Well, the Kempe looked to be coming straight into the centre, but it went past him. I'm not sure it was intentional. EHF missed it. The ball drops behind him, and Ivancic is the beneficiary, and they're within one. 5-4 Spain, as Hombrados exchanges a few views. Look very relaxed about it with Sierra. Such an amazing history of goalkeepers, the Spaniards. You think, I mean, instead of coming into it is a bonus for them, as he's originally Serbian, but I think that in addition to the ones here, you had Barufet, who retired last year. He was a real legend in his own way. Moros, oh, it's come off the post, stays out. No mistake on the rebound though for Thomas. Lucky break for the Spaniards, as if they needed it. And it's 6-4. There's the initial shot, but no one to help the rebound. Unfortunately, Mikla left to his own devices there. Thomas, who plays for Barcelona. Well, they hit back the Hungarians, not to be outdone. You can be a little bit more passionate than that, it is allowed. Mokshay, goal number 3 for him. So for Spain, change on the right wing as Roberto Garcia comes into the frame, just wants a quick touch of the ball. Romero into Aguinagalde. Aguinagalde bundled over by Lalushka, it's a free throw. Gorbindo at the right back, a relative newcomer to the Spanish side with 35 caps. Great save by Mikla, read it well. And they've hit back and levelled it. Chazar. Well, a 4-1 exchange by the Hungarians, who made a very slow start. And they've rather crept up. The Spaniards looking at times really well in control, but I guess it's what the French like to call a cambriolage, a burglary, when the other team just creeps up and somehow snatches it from under your nose when they look like they were nowhere. Gorbindo tries to release himself. Better defence, and it's almost as if the Hungarians are beginning to believe that they could do this. Mokshay defending with a vengeance, and Valero has to look at his options here. Maybe a little bit more firepower at the right back. Makeda could come in. At the moment, Gorbindo is struggling to get into the frame. That's more like it. And Clarios. So the initiative goes back to Spain. 14 minutes to go in the first half. A win for Spain here. Well, in fact, for that matter, a draw would see them go through to the main round. They'd rather take the win just in case Hungary end up being the third team coming through, because obviously you take the points with you, and Ivancic levels it again. Second goal for him. 7-all. Waits a long time. Sierra tries to cover it, but he's not far enough across to cover it. I'm sure He'll have been given words of encouragement from his injured brother before the game. Lovely goal, Garcia, Barcelona winger. One of the most experienced players in the team. So they hit back, it's goal for goal here. Zubai, who was doubtful for the game. Well, a few anxious looking faces there. They know how crucial this game is. Because if Hungary were to win here, well, then they would be booking their place in the next round. That's gone wide, clips the outside of the post by Entre Rios, and back come the Hungarians. Quick to the other side, Ivanchik, so much space, that's a penalty, impeded in the act of shooting by Daniel Sarmiento. And he knows it, he walked into him. Look at this, through the area, he's standing inside, gets in his way. So a chance for Hungary to sneak in front here in the 18th minute. Clock stopped exactly on the minute. So Chaza steps up. Sierra comes a long way forward, tries to put him off, a lot of jumping around. Chaza just turns his back on him and walks off. I'll come back when you're going to be serious. Well, cheekily bounces it next to his foot, and Hungary go in front. Oh yes. Well, a change for Spain at right back. Makeda has come in, and that's a move out of made. Probably a little earlier than it has been done. Sarmiento is in the centre, adding a little bit of pace, Sarmiento, while Makeda will add the power. 197 tall. But he's got a wicked shot on him, and it might just suck out the defence a little bit more and give more space to the line players, Aguinagalde and Guardiola. Makeda being fouled, the follow-up not coming though. Yes, holding his own. Well, can Hungary stop a run of 2 defeats in 2 major championships when they played against Spain? And certainly in good voice here. Sarmiento, straight down the middle, well saved by Mikler. Aguinagalde tries to create a bit of space. Makeda, the defence comes out quickly to stop him getting the shot. Brilliant defending. Ralushka out instantly. He knew he had to get in the way of Makeda's path, or he would get a free shot at goal. Aguinagalde tries to drop back in again. 110 kilos he is, the line player. Not too easily to displace as Harsani's pulled back into position by his teammates. Oh, fantastic. Mikler saves it, but it's a penalty and a 2-minute suspension as well. The Hungarian keeper did brilliantly. Sarmiento gets past. Just got his hand to it. But EHF has picked up a 2-minute suspension, the second suspension of the game for Hungary. So in comes Fazekas once more. Committed himself too early. Canielas will eat him alive if he does that. Lifts his left leg, and as soon as he's done that, he's beaten. You just bounce the ball next to the standing leg. And so it's 9-all, but more importantly, Spain have a power play situation now for the next minute and 40 seconds. Hungary put in Cornel Nodge now, the Dunkerque-based back player, goes in on the line. Mokchai, fouled is he? Well, he gets a second chance. Looked like his arm was going to be taken. Moros is saying that's double dribble. But it's not the way the German referees saw it, and they take the lead despite being short-handed, courtesy of Mokshai's second effort. Well, it's an interesting one. He bounced it down and then bounced it again, and you have to say that Moros may well have a point. Into the wing, and it's saved off Mikler. Tried to be clever and put it over his shoulder, and the Pickjaget goalkeeper just stood his ground. Didn't react too early. Temptation is to go straight away for the outside post. 38 seconds to go on the power play, and Spain have stolen the ball. Break is on. Looking to pass into the line. Didn't touch it the second time as he went into the area. That was lucky. Otherwise he'd have given possession away. Good quick reaction there by Chazar. And Spain have suffered 4 turnovers. Hungary just the single one so far. Crowd louder than ever now as the defence gets very deep. Windmill feint comes to nothing there as Makeda brings down. Well, he's saying, well, they're my fault. Makeda seems very surprised. So Nodge tries to go around him. Say, well, I didn't grab him. I went out, I stood my ground, and he went over the top and fell over. Team timeout's been called anyway. Balaios Moksai. A few more seconds to serve on the suspension before they're back to full strength, but they've done really well to weather the storm on that one goal apiece. They're still very much in the frame. Balaios Moksai knows his players very well since 7 of them play for Veszprém, which he also coaches, the champions of Hungary. The perennial champions, one should say. I can't remember the last time anyone else came into the fray. Pickjaget, their closer opponents. They supply 3 of the players here today. Mikler, the goalkeeper, together with Zubaj and Gabor Anshin, the right back, who's not had much action. For Spain, well, they're not quite firing yet, and they probably need a good few efforts by Alberto Entrerios at the left-back position to launch those long-range shots, because when they're getting stuck into the Hungarian defence at close range, the Hungarians are managing, they're coping with that. What they didn't seem to like earlier on was some of the long-range shots. To replay then at the Spanish timeout as we wait for Hungary to resume play then after that call by Balaios Moksai. They've got just a handful of seconds before they're back to full strength again. Well, it's very early. I take it we're not working to the same clock. Coming in too early on that would be sent off straight away. Zubaj is coming on the line. Good save. Held well by Sierra of Moksai. Looks for the line and it's stolen. And that's going to be a race. It's going to be comfortably won by Sierra without moving in his goal. So Sarmiento tries to urge his teammates on. They failed to capitalise on that last power play. And into the right wing now, Spain put in Roberto Parrondo Garcia. In and out of there. Makeda. Oh, off the post, unlucky for him. Oh, Zubaj nearly loses possession. They've still got a phase 2 attack on if they want to. That comes off a defender, and that will be a corner throw-in as Raúl Entrerios, I think, leaping over the fence with that last effort. Well, after a poor start, going 3-0 down, the Hungarians are really hanging in here. The main thing, though, is Spain just weathering the early storm before turning on the power in the second half. Ilyas hands off to the right-hand side, goes all the way through. That's going to be a free throw. Garcia holding his position. That is Juan Garcia, not Roberto Garcia. Arch rivals, one for Barcelona, one for Atletico Madrid. It's Barcelona who have the bragging rights, and that's an attacking foul on the line. I think that Jerko Ivanchik, the winger, may well have stepped in as he went in as an extra line player, stepped over the line, or it could have been Moksai actually, who went in from the back. At the moment, Sarmiento and Aguinagalde being pitched in attack only. Free throw. Long spell without a goal now for Spain. Substitutions being made in defence. There's the ball trying to go into the line, but Aguinagalde is just bundled over before the ball even reaches him. So into the centre, Raúl Entre Rios. Aguinagalde drops back in again. Makeda, great height, it goes into the side netting, but it's off a defender. And it's a throw in from the corner. Moksai just getting his hand to it. Really powerful shot from Makeda, who plays for Aragon. Into the wing, no space for the shot to come in though. Comes out to the back. Makeda is waiting, it's all getting a little bit disorganised. And Ivancic intercepting that shot. Falls into the path of the goalkeeper. Ilyich just hesitated. He's not taking his shots and he's been pulled up on an attacker's foul now. Gonna have to send the ball right back to where Sierra's standing though. That's where the incident took place. Ilyich not really shining at the moment at left back, but they don't have huge options. Could try and put in Putic. Krivo Kapic can also play at left back, but he really is more of a right back, especially with his strong shot. Might bring him in a little later on. Little handoff and the slip on the floor. It sounded like the whistle was going, but it hadn't, and Makeda has made it all square here. 10-all. First goal for him. Not much that Mikler could do once he'd broken through to the 6-metre line. 10-all then, 5 minutes to go in the first half. Slow build up here, and we seem to have a bit of an issue, and Ivancic wants to floor mob. You can see a great big patch. I don't know if it's a sweat or where someone went down earlier, or if it's just water. They are close to the bench there. It could be someone's drink that's spilled a little bit and run onto the court. I'm not sure what that meant, unless it's been rude to him. There's Makeda making a little signal. And that dance is definitely never going to catch on. So Moksai, well, he must be absolutely delighted after what looked like a poor start. Well, it was a poor start. The Hungarians are hanging on here, but they've got a long way to go still against a very, very experienced Spanish side that's got a very deep bench. Beautifully done. No one picked him up. Crept in round the back, the line player, Zubai. And Zubai got picked up far too late. Makeda realised he'd gone away from him. Second goal for Zubai. Line player from Picheged, and unfortunately Lajos Moksai has got himself a yellow card. And looks a little bit surprised, a little wry smile you could see in the distance from his counterpart Valero. They've got to watch themselves, the coaches. You can give 2 minutes to a coach, he stays there, it's just he's got to take off a player to serve it for him. So it doesn't help when they get excited on the bench as well. Makeda down the centre, 4 minutes to go. Free throw, he's blocked. It's good strong defence by Lalushka in the centre. And Valero desperately trying to get instructions across to his players in this noisy arena where the Hungarian fans are not giving much time for the coaches to call across the court. Raúl Entre Rios waits there with Julian Aguinagalde. Little handoff, tries to shoot over the top, free throw again. Small Moksai holding his own, and they're trying to get in close at the moment. They've got to maybe start resorting to the longer shots. Sarmiento goes over the top, tries to surprise the keeper with a quick snapshot. Back come the Hungarians. Goal here, wouldn't go amiss. Moksai does it. 2-goal lead. Goal number 5 for him. Spain don't try and hurry it this time. They bring the ball back slowly. And the Hungarian shot efficiency is actually better than Spain's. Free throw again. 2.5 minutes remaining. Crowd whistling, trying to put off the Spaniards. Saved by Mikla, but it's another free throw. Shove on Makeda as he went to shoot. EHF can only smile. Well, Mikla has really come in well. He's experienced 76 caps, the Hungarian goalkeeper, but alongside him on the bench is Ferenc Fazekas, the 35-year-old, who's played 190 times for Hungary. Valero has called the team timeout. Just needs to try and get things sorted out. I suspect that deep down they know that they've got the strength in depth on the bench and that Hungary are wearing themselves out here without the same depth on the bench. And as time goes on, they will have the better chances. But nevertheless, it's anxious times, but he's got to stay calm. Offside. Also, just trying to keep things calm here. They're beginning to find ways through. So 2 goals, Mokshay and Zubai. Makeda down the centre. Sarmiento. He's trying to get a bit of pace going at the back. That's the plays he's got on, the quick ones. Sarmiento almost fouled. Well, it's a 2-minute suspension for the Hungarians. They're not happy with the call. Sarmiento getting involved in a discussion. Makeda pulls him out. Oh, there's why. I was looking more at the incident on the ball. That's a terrible foul by Lalushka, who quite rightly gets a 2-minute suspension. You can see why there was some anger, not only from Sarmiento, but Makeda coming in. Well, he's trying to say, well, he moved at the last second, so I missed the ball. But, and that may well be the case, but caught him square in the face, and I'm afraid not much the referees can do about that. So, a 2-minute suspension. There's exactly 2 minutes left in the first half, so they will be short-handed for the remainder of this half, Hungary. But mind you, last time that happened, they actually outperformed the Spaniards. Long-range effort. Oh, dummy the first shot and then goes all the way through. Juan Cañelas. First goal from him from open play after his 4 penalties. And they're back to within just 1 goal. So the Hungarians got to really work hard now. They've kept Tarsany in on the line. No line clear otherwise. Putic has come into the frame at left back. That's a good call. EHF was really struggling there. Free throw. Passive play's got to come soon against them. The referee's arm is up. And the Hungarians need to take a shot pretty soon or lose possession. Mokshay, misunderstanding with Putic. Tries to shoot. Well saved. It nearly went out to the side, but it's picked up by Garcia, and back come the Spaniards. Inside the last minute before the break. We've got to try and capitalise on this. The Spaniards psychologically go into the break on level terms. Aguinalde ambles in. Plenty of time. 40 seconds for this attack. Into the wing. Garcia puts it back out again. Cañelas at the left back. Looks for the line. Aguinalde defending inside the area. It's a penalty. And Nikla's good save counts for nothing. Mokshay can't believe it. So Cañelas goes in. Aguinalde gets the ball, and you can see he's inside the area defending. He puts his foot out very quickly. It was a close call, actually, when you look at the slow motion replay. But there you go. Cañelas has missed. And not only that, but the Hungarians pick up the rebound. And Mikla has really stepped up to the plate here today. 13 seconds to go, and once more Hungary going to outdo the Spaniards during one of their power plays. Absolutely no respect for the way things should be. Into the wing. That's come out again. How long have we got? Seconds. Straight down the centre. And it won't count because the buzzer has gone. And Spain have wasted the power play. That's maybe a harsh word. They've scored one goal, but they've had 3 attacks and haven't managed to capitalise on it. And instead at half-time, after making a poor start, the Hungarians are actually leading 12-11 against Spain. Mokshai's 5 goals contributing nicely to that. But Mikler in the picture there. What a first half that goalkeeper's had. The 27-year-old from Piche again, saving that penalty at the end from Canellas to stop the Spaniards from going in on level terms. 45% success rate on the Hungarian shooting is better than the 41% for Spain. Few fast breaks coming their way, and roughly similar success on attacks, 48, 44%. That's not huge, but 4 penalties from 5 for Spain are helping them, that's for sure. Canellas and Mokshai top scoring with 5 goals apiece. Chazar is the next best scorer of the game for the Hungarians with 3 goals. And the progression of the game will show that the Hungarians made a slow start without any goals early on, but when they did get going, they were doing very well. There was a dead spell for both teams for a while. And for Spain, well, it's a lot of penalties down the middle and on the left wing, otherwise not a lot of activity. And for the Hungarians, well, a couple of penalties, 1 fast break, and again, it is fairly well spread out, their shooting at the moment. And so at half-time, big surprise here, Hungary leading 12-11. We'll take a short break, but join us again after this half-time break for the second half. We'll see you then. So welcome back to the Spens Arena in Novi Sad in northern Serbia. The second half of this Group C match between Spain and Hungary about to get underway. And against all odds, the Hungarians are leading at the interval 12-11. That said, the Spaniards have a lot to unleash on them. They've got a very deep bench, a lot of experience on there. And they won't be too worried just yet. It's only 1 goal in it. For the Hungarians, it would be a stunning result if they could pull off a win here. As Fazekas warms up, I should imagine, though, that he won't start the second half. Volan Nikla, who's had a great first half, should continue. That would be my position if I was in Mokshai's shoes. Hungary know that victory here today, which would be a shock, would see them pretty well into the next round. If the draw, on the other hand, or a win for Spain, will see them book their ticket. But of course, you do take the point through to the main round of the teams that come with you. So you really do want to make sure that you win all your games and take those maximum points through. It's going to be very, very tight. This group will then merge with Group D, which sees Croatia, Norway, Iceland and Slovenia. They're playing in Vršac. Croatia guaranteed to go through from that group at the moment. They earlier on today won their second match, beating Slovenia 31-29. To add to their opening day win 31-29 also against Iceland. But Norway and Iceland are playing at the moment, and unlike this score, it's very, very high scoring. It was 19-all at half-time, phenomenal score. So here we go then, the second half in Novi Sad, and it's Hungary who throw off. They are back to full strength again. That 2-minute suspension for Lalushka served out on the dot of half-time. And the change of defence now for the Spaniards, who played it very deep at one point. 3-2-1 defence at one time, pushing right up with the front player. But they're now going to a 6-0 defence. Lots of mobility you can see here. And Hungary struggled with this defence early on. They just couldn't get through to 6 metres. Intercepted, but not quite sure why. It may have come off the line player from inside the area, and Spain have levelled it very quickly, courtesy of Guardiola. Guardiola, who's taken over potentially only as a defensive role. We'll have to wait and see. He's also a line player. Saved off that one there, and taking no chances, the Spaniards decide to knock the ball out for a throw-in from the corner for Hungary. There you go. Well, if in doubt, that's probably the best thing to do. How often have you seen that ball being stolen by the line player and put in the back of the net? There's nothing that annoys a coach more than that. Ah, what a shot! Mokshai makes it 6 in the game. He's really risen to the occasion today. One player, though, who has struggled in the first half and been replaced, EHF. If they could just get him up and running up to his normal standard. He's a proven goal scorer, 425 goals in 155 matches, but just couldn't get into it today. Comes off a defender. That'll be a throw-in from the corner for Spain. Well, 6 players for Spain scoring their 11 goals in the first half, while only 4 were scoring Hungary's. Mokshai, 5 of them. We're going to spread that out a little bit more. Ivanchik, Zubai and Chazar being the others. Releasing the ball. Ah! Again, fantastic save by Miklo. The break is on. Ivanchik tries to go through, and it's an attacker's foul, they say. Ran into the defenders. And the crowd whistling their discontent at that decision, but play continues for the Spaniards. A little switch over. Sarmiento following in. Behind Canielas, and he's going, well, they just throw themselves on the floor. He was around him in reality. He didn't run straight into him. I think that's a harsh call against the Hungarians. He went down very easily. Free throw again. Canielas pulled up in the centre. Such in the centre of it all there. The 26-year-old line player. Quickly into the wing. Over the goal, tipped away by Mikler. Hungarians come back again. No way through there for Mokshai, who rightly slows the pace down. And they are going to change. Such goes off, Zubai goes back in. And the loose ball is picked up. Zubai is now in a defensive role, all of a sudden dropping back to stop the break by the Spaniards. Oh, big angle for the wing shot. Goalkeeper's ball. And Mikler, well, he really has stood out today. What a game he's having. Just got his left hand to it, read it well. Tips the ball away as the fans behind him raise a fist and salute to him. And they are the Hungarian supporters, not the Spaniards. Well, the previous games in major competition, one reasonably close, 4 goals in it. The other one, though, was a 9-goal win for the Spaniards. And is that time wasting by Makeda? Did he pick the ball up and deliberately walk away with it to stop a quick throw? In handball, you have to put the ball down instantly. Into the line, well blocked, and good defending by Spain early on here. Canielas looks for options. He's found it on the left-hand side. Nice goal by Ugalde. 3rd goal for him. Nice little feed out to the wing, and Mokshai nowhere near intercepting that one, and it's all square again. 13-all. Just had to stop play briefly. His shoelace. Chazar quickly resolves that. Hungarian fans still supporting their team. I'm sure he's wearing the same hat we saw French supporter wearing earlier on with that cockerel on there. Maybe a little exchange of mementos between the fans. France, who earlier today beat Russia 28-24. Well, looking for the line. Foul. Good solid defending as ever by Moros. And Zubai thinking about moving across. And the floor will need to be mopped once more. So 5.5 minutes into the second half. It's still all square. Ivo Kapic, top off, maybe getting ready to come on. Came on only in the second half in their opening match, the draw against Russia, and he really injected pace into the game. He's got a very good long-range shot, standing shot, which surprises goalkeepers, just to pierce him amongst the defence. See if he gets on anytime soon. Mokshai. Problem is, would you take Mokshai off? Well, the Krivo Kapic is happy playing in other back positions. That's a shame that pass wasn't better. Ivanchik had a bit of space to take the shot, but the pass almost to his feet. Oh, lovely play. Attacking foul. Makeda bowled over, and they'll have to bring the ball back to where the incident happened. Good change then in defence as in goes Timushin Such. The line player, 1m97, 108 kilos. It's a central role in the Hungarian defence. Whistle's already gone for a free throw. Nagaldi will get no more because he couldn't turn and face on goal. Two players in on the line at the moment. Three now on the line as Canellas looks for a way through, and it's another free throw. Well, when is passive play going to be warned? It's been long now off the post, but it's a free throw once more to Spain. There's a lot of sideways movement, not driving in a lot, and even Mokshai there with his arm in the air telling referees, well, come on, it's got to be passive play sooner or later. Finally, and rather reluctantly, I have to say, the arm seems to go up at the back. And a 2-minute suspension for Schuch. Well, that's going to dent the hopes for Hungary. Let's see this again. Caught him high. I'm afraid any holding around neck height will get you sent off. It was momentary, but he should have withdrawn his arm straight away. And so Spain put Alberto Entrerrios into the frame at left back. And that's going to add some serious firepower now against a flat defence. Well blocked on the first one. And they're breaking out. Well, they haven't had much respect for power plays for the other team, and they still show none here as they score against a run of play, Hungary. Mokshai, is it Chazar? Catches in the air and shoots before he lands. Well, it's almost as if the Spaniards are going to plead with the referees not to give any more 2-minute suspensions to the Hungarians because they cope so badly with their power plays. That won't count. Raúl Entrerrios is pulled back. The two brothers who are opponents in the league, one for Barcelona and the other one for Real Madrid. Into the wing, good angle for the shot, and Mikler tried to come across and cover. But Harsani caught out of position as the defence sucked into the centre. And finally the Spaniards take advantage of a power play situation through Ugalde. Fourth goal for him. Ball square once more. Still 35 seconds to go on the power play as Harsani comes out from the wing, goes back in on the line, spreads himself wide. Mokshai. Nearly stolen, that was very close. Chazar! It's gone wide, but it's a free throw. Hungary keep possession and the clock runs down further on that suspension. They're in no hurry to take it. They've now pressed into the attack. Penalty. There's the pass into the line, goes to shoot, and there's a little grab on the hand. And so the foul, once more showing that the Hungarians are masters of exploiting these power plays against them, it would appear. So, Chazar, he faces up to Hombrados, who makes his first appearance of the game in the Spanish goal. Well, nothing that the hero of the France match can do. And once more, they're in front. Chazar's 5th goal. And they're back to full strength. So Raúl Entre Rios has gone into the left-back position, and Alberto Entre Rios is off. Short-lived experiment. Good defence, clustered in the centre. Sarmiento passes back to the centre. Attacking foul, runs straight into the defence. Looking up for a quick chance for a fast break. There aren't too many of them. So they make a quick substitution. Zubai not been used in defence at the moment, the number 25. He's got instructions to Chazar as he goes past and heads into the line as Hungary. Now, settling the game down, they brought in Gabor Ancsin, number 33, into the frame. Relative newcomer to 7 caps for Hungary. The right back who plays for Pick Szeged, just 21 years of age. Dummies the pass into him, Chazar, and goes in. The Spaniards looking for an attacker's foul. They didn't get it. Oh, Mikler, what a match he's having, the 27-year-old from Pick Szeged. Hungarians who lost out Mate Lekai before the competition started. The playmaker injured his knee, had to be left out. Still, Kibor Kapic waits patiently on the bench to see if he'll have any action. 10 minutes into the second half, and Hungary still edging it with just a 1-goal lead. Ancsin is stopped on the line. Oh, off 2 posts, and the ball fell kindly for Zubai on the rebound, and it's a 2-goal lead for Hungary. There's the first shot. Moksai comes back off the post, and Sierra is slow to get back up again. Gifts the shot to Zubai. 3 from 3 for the line player. Canielas back into the centre. Raúl Entre Rios, the playmaker. Quick dummy, through the legs of the keeper. Second goal for Entre Rios. So Ancsin is an interesting choice to put in at right back rather than Kibor Kapic, a relatively inexperienced at international level, just 21 years of age, but the number 33, settling in well, not giving the ball away. Shot blocked. Is it? No, goes over the top, and back comes Spain, looking for the options on a phase 2 attack. Entre Rios looks up. And Canielas has levelled it. First goal of the second half, 6 in total. The defence stood back, and Moksai just gave him enough room to launch the jump and the shot. 16 all. It's always a danger. They've got to hang in here now. Hungary just keep going. Worried that the Spaniards are good at soaking up pressure and then hitting you. It's gone out to the side for a throw in to Hungary. Looking for a pass to the line. That came off the foot, accidental, but it's a free throw nevertheless, as Guardiola gets in the way. Chazar. Oh, looking for Zubai, he missed him. And now Spain coming out, and the breaks are succeeding each other. Knocked out of play by Chazar. Happy to concede the throw-in rather than the fast break, and Alberto Entre Rios on his feet, urging on his teammates. 9 turnovers suffered by Hungary, 7 Spain. Canellas looks for the line, but no space there for Aguinagalde to move. It's a free throw anyway. But if you want a little bit more information, you want to see match reports at the end of the day, that's an attacker's foul, or read some of the insights and stories from behind the scenes, you can go to www.ehf-euro.com. Lots of information there about players, about the teams, how they're getting on. The match report statistics are on there as well if you want to follow those. You can even follow play-by-play statistics of the games. In the way through, oh, what a shame. Ivancic coming in from the wing. Dispossessed, though Garcia just got his hand to it, but knocked it out of play. Quick change of direction. What a shame for Chaza. He's so quick, dummied the shot and switched left and went around. Mokshai feels that free throw is a bit of a let-off for Spain. Have a quick look. Whoop, and I'm gone the other way. Goes through. Is he pushed in the act of shooting? And the answer's yes in my book. But it's only a free throw. Gurbindo gets away with it. Well, it's a hard place to be on the bench in a situation like this. You'd rather be out there and getting on with it and having something to focus on. They're watching there as Hungary are battling away here for what could be a real giant-killing act if they were to beat Spain. A team who won their opening match against the defending champions France 2 days ago and looked so imperial then. But today the Hungarians are winding them, grinding them, pushing them to the limit. Good save by Sierra. Back comes Spain. Zubai doesn't agree with that. Let's have a look and see. Grabs his shirt and pulls him down. You can't say that's nothing, but discussion amongst the Spaniards while we wait to resume play. I've got a feeling that he's been given so free throw waiting to be taken. Not sure what the delay is at the moment. Play has been stopped and he's going, well, should that have been a 2-minute suspension? There seems to be a discussion going on the bench about did you suspend him or not. At the moment the Hungarians still have 6 players on court. No suspension. 16 all then. It remains. Raul Entrerios at left back. Comes into the centre position. Canellas is there. It's gone wide. So midway through the second half, Mokshai trying to go around and Guardiola brings him down. 1 meter 99, 103 kilos, Guardiola, the San Antonio line player. It's a bit like trying to do windmill feint around Everest, really. Says Rivera Valero getting quite excited on the bench. I'm sure he would prefer the pressure to have paid off and for Spain to be pulling away in the second half. But it's not the way it's worked out. Midway through, it's all square here, 16 all, and it's a game of nerves now. Nicolae has really stood in the way of Spain with some fantastic saves. Really making a name for himself here. 27-year-old Hungarian keeper. Nothing, say the referees, they'll come back again. Zubai has to race back in defence. The Spaniards streaming up. Canellas, oh, and again, he couldn't get to the rebound though. Guardiola got there first, but what a great save by Nicolae off the first shot. And so 3 goals without reply. See Spain take the initiative again here in Novi Sad. And the Hungarians haven't scored for 5 minutes. So Hungary have switched Mokshai into the right back. Chaza is in the centre. EHF back in the frame, but they're going to need the big play from him. He's got to get some good long-range shots. He's coming fresh now. Oh, yes. A little bounce. It caught Sierra napping, and the Hungarian fans celebrate. And Mokshai, goal number 7. Bounced it awkwardly, just in front of the foot. Brings to an end a 5.5-minute spell without any goals. And just when the Spaniards think they're on a good run and they can turn this. And little problem with the ball. There's a lot of resin used by the players, and it'll sometimes pick up all kinds of dirt and other bits and pieces when it goes off court. They do have a spare on the table if needed, but the players prefer to stick with the ball, and that could be another 2-minute suspension. Very clumsy foul. He's got to watch himself, Lalushka. He's on 2 2-minute suspensions already, and he's got another one, and I'm afraid that should be a red card for him. As Mokshai gives his impression on what happened there. And that's going to be a critical loss then for Lalushka. I'm pretty sure that's his 3rd 2-minute suspension, unless I've misread it. And that he's going to have to leave the bench, but let's wait and see. It is. Now, of course, in handball, he will be allowed to play the next match. It's a red card as a result of 3 2-minute suspensions, and he will be replaced after 2 minutes. But his game is over. And it's a shame because he has played very well in defence, and that's going to be a penalty. The foul on Eguinagalde in the act of shooting. And the German referees not making themselves any friends in Hungary. And they have not looking to take a holiday in Budapest anytime soon. Defending inside the area by the Hungarians. So a chance for Spain to take the initiative again and go in front here, and a power play situation, although we said before, 3 power plays so far that they failed to capitalise on. Romero. Coolly taken by the veteran back player. So once more the Hungarians short-handed, no line player, they'll push in a player as they need it. For the moment Chazar has gone in there, Mokshai, EHF, he's got a big shot on him but hasn't really unleashed it as yet. Hassani now goes in to try and flatten the defence. Mokshai, oh, misunderstanding, and there's a race going on, oh! And open goal, and the Spaniards deciding not to shoot straight away. They get there in the end, but the goal was begging for a short lob, and Valero must have wondered, when on earth are you going to take that shot? Seemed to be totally disorganised. Hesitation, I think, by Guardiola, but in the end, Garcia Parondo puts the ball away. Little handoff. Looking for the line, there's no one there, and the line player goes down, it'll be a free throw. Mokshai. Oh, clever play. Hassani put it right across to EHF, who came round into the winger's position on the far side. Beautiful goal. He knew he couldn't score from a 0 angle. And EHF managed to catch it in the air and shoot before he landed. Gets them back to within 1. Canellas unable to release that shot. Hungary back to full strength again. They've done all right. They weathered the storm once more. 1 goal apiece. Romero looks on anxiously. It's all the good hard work against France 2 days ago going to come to nothing here with defeat against Hungary. Hungarians, whose best finish of recent years was 6th at the 2009 World Championships. Finished 7th last year in Sweden. Compare that with Spain, who were bronze medalists at the last World Championships and the Olympic Games. Oh, loose ball. Oh, great save by Mikla. The ball's loose, picked up by Hungary. The break is on, but the Spaniards stream back in defence. Oh, quick play and beautifully done at the level. Nice exchange of passes. And it's all finished off by Schutz. First goal of the game for him. Unselfish play by the Hungarians, who made sure that the ball eventually got into the right play. EHF at the end could have gone around and tried to shoot from the wing, but instead released the line player. The 26-year-old line player from Veszprém. So now, once more, Alberto Entrerios comes into the frame. Number 2 at the bottom of the picture, left back for Spain. Had a big game against France 2 days ago, but hasn't featured prominently here today. Raúl Entrerios, his brother, getting most of the play. Here he comes up. And a penalty. Mobshai catching his arm as he went through to shoot. That's a shame, a clumsy effort. But he'd beaten him, he'd found the gap already. It's going 2 minutes. Well, let's not push our luck either. I think they've had enough already. If you think Spain haven't had any 2-minute suspensions. Well, they've been 4 for Hungary. In fact, 5, because of course it's resulted in Lalushka's red card. So penalty that Mikla will face with Romero. And once more the cool head. And to go back in front again, 2019. Inside the last 10 minutes, Hungary putting a new line player in, and it's the player who got called up following the injury spate that they got with Tamas Ivanchik going away. Szabocs Solushi, number 4, is in on the line. 1.94 m, but the newcomer, just 4 caps. That's more like it. And the Hungarian fans in heaven again. Azilyesh is finding his mark. Playing well at the moment. If he's not scoring, he's setting them up. And Sierra left sprawled on the ground. Scored 2 of the last 3 goals. 9 minutes to go. All square here in Novi Sad. Their way through for Alberto Entrerios. Free throw. Into the line. Whistle's already gone. I can only assume that they're saying Aguinaldi was over the area anyway, but fouled before. So free throw is given. And the ball just needs to be mobbed to Aguinaldi dived in. And Mobshai is urging them on, play hard, play hard. Well, one of the Spanish supporters there with, well, I'm not sure if he's wearing a Hungarian flag around his neck. Makeda steps up again. 26-year-old, the big right back with a cannonball shot and a bit of a break. Sarmiento, the playmaker. Entrerios, awkward bounce for Mikla. And they take the initiative once more, and at the moment the Hungarians doing the chasing. Frustrated looking Schutz in the background, who knows he should have pushed up quicker. So Ilyesh has now moved into the central position. Mobshai on this side, Chazar on the other. Tries to go all the way through, he's done it beautifully. Sierra, though, saves wonderfully. Goes out to the side for a throw into Hungary, who keep possession. Little handoff, a little bit telegraphed. Saved again by Sierra, that goes out behind for a throw in to the Spanish keeper from Valladolid. You need nerves of steel right now. The crowd baying, a huge group of Hungarian supporters who've made the trip here to Novi Sad, trying to lift their team to pull off what would be an amazing result, one of the shocks of the tournament. Intercepted and put out of play, in fact, by Ivancic. Ugalde gets to throw it back in. Spain keep possession. It's Hassani, in fact, who put it out of play. Free throw for Spain. Sarmiento is back into his central role. Entre Rios. Oh, far post, he got it. And suddenly it's a 2-goal lead. Critical time now for the Hungarians to hang in there. Into the line, superb and beautifully done. Solushi just drops it underneath the keeper. Well, Solushi, who 2 days ago didn't even know that he was going to be here. Called up after the injury to Tomasz Ivancic. Moksai having only named 15 players. It was an inspired decision in the end, leaving him the option to bring in the 16th if he needs to. And it proved providential. Oh, mistake by Mikla. Thought he had it covered. And instead of dropping down to it with his leg, he tried to do it with his hand. And that has to be a mistake, and it could prove so costly. Well, you can't really hold Mikla to that one. He's done so much else for them. Shot efficiency marginally better for Spain, 55 to 49%. Chaza has got out of play, but there's a free throw call already. And a team timeout has been called by Lajos Moksai. Well, it's absolute drama here. What a shame with that slight trip up at the end there by Niclair off the shot by Sarmiento. But it's still all to play for here. 2 goals in it, 23-21 to Spain. Relatively low scoring by some standards. I can tell you that the other game is finished in Versace with Iceland easing their concerns a little. They had to win their match against Norway, and they have 34-32. The result there, that it keeps that group well alive. Croatia through, but Norway, Iceland and Slovenia all running for the other place, but it's going to be a tough call on the final day of the competition. Here in this group, Spain needs to take on Russia on Friday, while Hungary will have a tricky encounter with a resurgent France, who really bounced back from that opening day defeat in their group to vent their fury on the Russians, dominating the game, allowing them to come back with a few fast breaks late on for a slightly flattering 24-28 scoreline in the end. So play resumes here as we watch the recorded highlight of the timeout for Spain. 5 minutes remaining. Have the Spaniards weathered the storm and just hit when it counted? Into the wing. Sierra stood off his post and just gifted that one. Hassani, happy to help himself. That's a mistake by the Spanish keeper, who from that angle could have stood a little closer to his goal and just waited to block it with his body. No spin on the shot. Sarmiento drives around. Entre Rios. Beautifully done. Aguinagalde. (24-22). The pressure back against Hungary. Trying to go through, no way through. They've got to try and spread the play. They're getting stuck in on the far side too much. Release it. No way through. Guardiola happy to give away the free throw. The clock still ticking down. We're inside the last 4 minutes. Asanyi. Shot is blocked, picked up by Spain. Or is it? And the ball, in fact, will go back to Hungary. It looks like Moros is down. But an earlier infringement means I think that it's a free throw. No, I don't need the ice pack, thank you very much indeed. Let's have a quick look. It comes out again. Well, it seems like a fair take to me, although Mokshai claiming the other way. Let's wait and see what's been given. Moros isn't moving up and the Hungarians are still there, so it's going to be a throw to Hungary. I couldn't see too much wrong with the block by the Spaniards. No foot in the way, no holding, but anyway, it keeps the game alive. Chaza into the wing off the foot of the defender. It goes out of play. Throw in to Hungary. Long range shot. Well, defender takes a sting out of the shot. I think it may well have been Guardiola. And it allows Sierra to pick up the ball nice and gently. No rush now from the Spaniards. They've got to slow the tempo completely for these last 3 minutes as they lead by 2 goals. They know that the pressure isn't on them anymore now. The Hungarians have got to steal possession. It looks like they're going to stick with the 6-0 defence and not be any more adventurous to steal the ball. You wonder whether it wouldn't be worth putting up a defender at the front. Play at least 5-1 to disrupt the build-up. The problem is, though, Aguina Galde has been such a handful at the back on the line. Here he is again. Free throw. That if you do move up a defender, well, it's going to take a lot to hold them. They are taller and heavier on average, the Spaniards. The Hungarians have fought bravely, but at the moment trailed by 2. And Entre Rios, saved by Mikla. He's got to get the ball out quickly. 2.5 minutes remaining. Maybe not going for the win, but could they go for a draw? Ah, the ball's loose. Could have done with a quick shot there otherwise. Into the wing. No, he's cut back towards the middle. The wing's free on the other side. Take it. Penalty. And the clock has been stopped. 2 minutes and 5 seconds. And a penalty conceded by Spain. He goes for the shot, bundled over rather crudely, it has to be said. And Chaza has won a 7 meters. Alberto Entre Rios caught out flat-footed and throwing himself in his path. And Chaza steps up to take it. This could be absolutely crucial with 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. Cool head, he's done it. And now they've got to shut up shop, keep the Spaniards out. Absolutely critical now, 2 minutes. A draw would really keep their hopes alive, Hungary, after the draw on the opening day against Russia. Sarmiento shifted off to the left-hand side. Entre Rios now switches back. It's off the woodwork. Oh, a save to the second attempt by Mikla. There was an open goal. Aguina Galde's missed it. And now Hungary are back again. 1.5 minutes to go. Second line play goes in. Ilyich is going to wait there. Into the wing. Cool nerve needed for that final shot. Chaza into the wing. Oh, it's intercepted. And Spain slow it right down. Just 1 goal in it. And 1 minute remaining. Well, how long will the German referees give the Spaniards? They haven't been too quick at putting their hand up on passive play, and a team timeout is called by Valero. And the Hungarians so unlucky because the winger was free, but that pass intercepted, and Canielas there with the yellow bib on suggests that if Spain lose possession and concede the goal, their intention is to take off their goalkeeper and put on an extra attacker. Canielas wearing the yellow colour of the goalkeeper, with his number showing through, he'll be put on as an extra attacker. But hopefully for Spain it won't come to that. They'll be looking to try and make sure that they button up this game. But in a match where they probably thought that having done the hard work against France 2 days ago, this should be an easier effort. Well, that's been far from the case. Hungary have battled bravely throughout this game against a bigger and more powerful Spanish team, and have really taken the game to them, and all credit to them. And it's 1 goal in it now. But it's the question is, as I said earlier, the German referees have been very slow on passive play. They're happy to let the attacks go on for a while, and I'm sure Moksai and others on the bench will be calling across saying, don't give them too long. Spain will look to go sideways as long as they think they can get away with it before going into the attack. They've got to make sure that they don't shoot and give possession away on a break. So recorded highlights of the Moksai's timeout, but play resumes then here. 1 minute to go, and Spain looking to try and make certain their game. I can see that the Hungarians have also got a player lined up to come on, and I think it might be Zsubai with the green goalkeeper's bib if they need to. Entre Rios was at an attacker's foul. Entre Rios gets bogged down again. Free throw, 40 seconds to go. Not a game for the faint-hearted. Such holding his own. Entre Rios. Free throw again. And the clock still runs down. The clock is stopped now. Such on the ground. Latched on to Entre Rios as he came in to stop him from going round. Textbook defence. Arm and body. And effectively, Entre Rios launched himself over the top of the defender. They all go, that's an attacker's foul. But it's been given as a free throw to the Hungarians, to Spain, I beg your pardon, with time running out here. Passive play still not being worn. Sarmiento into the wing, very closed angle, inside the area. Hungary have got possession back. The clock has been stopped because Garcia Parondo is down inside the area. Let's have a look again. The ball goes into him. It was a closed angle for the shot anyway. Takes off. And they say that's a fair tackle. Well, he caught the foot of the defender, but then landed inside the area without shooting. And so, as far as the referees are concerned, he's impeded the area. And suddenly Hungary have what could be the last attack and a chance to square up the game here. And a draw could make such a huge difference. And there are, the goalkeeper's gone out. And they put in Angshin as an extra attacker. Well, it's all or nothing for them. They may as well lose by 2. Yes! Penalty! 2 seconds to go, and Hungary could snatch the draw here. Guardiola complains. What a shot! Well, Guardiola can't believe it. Let's look at it again. He takes the ball. He's fouled in the act of shooting. He has to shoot left-handed in the end. Well, a hand in the face as he gets the ball, and he puts his foot right into him as well. And although it goes wide, the referees have no doubt and no hesitation. And the penalty, it'll take them the 3 seconds to take it. So this will be the last throw of the game. Hondrados comes into goal. The hero of the France game. Will it be Chazar, on whom the chance of taking a point, a crucial point that could take Hungary into the main round? It is. Here we go. He scored, and Hungary are level. What a result, and the team pile onto them. And Spain, who beat France 2 days ago, brought back down to earth with a bang here in the very last second of the game. And Chazar has taken a famous draw and a point that could see them in the main round. And look at the delight of the team, and the spectators around the hall are on their feet. And it looked, with a minute and a half to go and a 2-goal lead, as if the Spaniards had done enough. But in the end, they didn't kill this game when they had a chance to do it. The defence was strong early on. Here's the penalty again. Hondrados lifted his leg as he dropped it again. Chazar scores, and look at Moksai. Cool or what? We've done it. Thank you very much. Well, our celebrations are going to go on a long time now. Spain still top of the group with 3 points. France and Hungary now on 2 points. Look at the dejected looks on their faces, because they realise now that if Hungary do go through to the main round, they've dropped a point after all that hard work against France. Micler quite rightly gets the adulation of his team there. What a performance by the young keeper. And then Angshin, who came on as the extra player right at the end, it stretched the defence, and it meant that the line player had the space to get into that gap and get the penalty that counted in the end. It was a gamble for Moksai that paid off by taking off Micler.
handball fan.